it's kind of funny when you think about it. You think Shingeki no Bahamut doesn't really get much better than this, in terms of greatness, and then it just suddenly gets better. Yeah, this show's fucking amazing. So, I don't really have a lot of theories to actually start thinking about. I can just start throwing out predictions, but I'll get to that at the end of the review. Besides that, we did get a lot of information this episode, and for the most part, I was actually thinking, that there are some points in this episode where it just seemed as if stuff wasn't connecting, but then it was just the anime doing as it always does, which is playing tricks on the audience. Like, at the beginning when I was just kind of like, wait, how did Favreau, Amira, and Kaiser get down from the fucking sky? And then I was just like, oh, they're in a caravan being escorted to the city. Oh, see, it just played tricks on me like that. Like, I thought Favreau got his ass whooped, and then I was just like, oh no, he's just in the shadow because they're toying with us again. So, the anime knows how to toy with the audience, and I was thinking about, like, there were some points in the episode I was just like, no, and then I was just like, oh, gotcha. So I was just like, did a good job, I guess. Yeah, good job. Good job. Yeah. There's not really much to grade here. The animation during, like, the Favreau versus Kaiser scene, just for a minute, that looked really fucking good, as always. The art looked really good, as always. The CGI looked really good. I didn't really expect it to look that good. It did stand out, and I will say that, but it was only in, like, the first part where they showed it. After that, it was actually kind of hidden. Like, you could see, like, when John d'Arc was about to walk out of, like, the village, there were, like, CGI knights, but they weren't that apparent because some of them weren't moving. So, in that case, that was fine. There was the part when John d'Arc was also, like, riding out of the city, too, and it just looked like she herself looked a little fucked up. Not, like, facial-wise or anything. It was just kind of hard to tell what the fuck she was, but hey, for the most part, the art was fine, the animation and presentation is always good in this show. I found the relationship between Favreau and Kaiser really touching, because it seems as if they finally accepted each other for what they are, and are accepting each other more so as rivals rather than getting revenge, and I think by the end of this series, they will know kind of the truth about each other, like kind of how I don't think Favreau really sold anybody out. He might have, but I really don't think he has, and even if he did, that's just part of his character. And speaking of his character, he retains that character. He really did this episode by, like, not selling out Mira, but saying that, hey, I really don't care about you, I just want this off. And the fact that he's so blunt, but he's skilled, smart, funny, and he's a liar, it all really works well. And some people in the comments pointed out last week that he has developed as a character, but the funny thing is, it's a really slight development, but like I said last week, this is a character, this type of, like, character is one that you don't develop, in my opinion. You can develop it, and if it develops, it goes fine, but I think it's better left off if this character, like Favreau, doesn't really develop all that much, because his character, he has to keep the same character that he's been keeping. It's kind of just like Yato from Noragami. You don't really want Yato from Noragami to develop that much. Did he develop? Yeah, but was he as cool after he developed? No. But if they keep Favreau like he is right now, it's completely fine because he's a really good character, and that's the thing. Other than that, I don't really think there's anything to talk about. There was one plot hole that I found, and I'm not really even sure if it's a plot hole, but when Amira got outside of the door, right, after, like, her dad had opened it up or something, who broke that spell? Who broke the spell for her to get outside the door or for him to get in the door? Because as what I'm concerned, she couldn't leave that room for whatever reason. So my question is, how in God's name did she get out the door even though it was open if there was supposed to be a spell on the door? That I don't remember that being explained at all. But if somebody knows the reasoning behind that, hey, go ahead and tell me. But that was one problem that I found with the episode, but it wasn't really, it's not a big one, it's more so one that you wouldn't really think about if you were just watching the episode just to watch the episode. But they said that spell, and I was just like, okay, I remember that spell, and then I was just like, wait, what the fuck happened to the spell? But yeah, in terms of theories, I have a lot after this episode. I have a theory that even though John d'Arc is supposed to be, like, this is, like, the most far-fetched ending, but if it happened, it would be great. My theory, like, for how this might work up if it was the fucked up ending, is that Favreau would actually be the Holy Knight, and he would end up having to kill Amira and her mother. What I'm really predicting is that her father is going to end up, like, awakening. He's going to get both of the God Keys together. They're going to awaken. Favreau's going to have to kill the father. Jeanne d'Arc's going to seal Bahamut, and Amira is going to live happily ever after. Yeah, I can see all of that happening. That's probably what will happen. But yeah, now the question is just like, now we know Amira's going to awaken. It's just a question of, number one, what will trigger it. And then another thing is that since Amira can transform between demon and angel, there's a lot of open possibilities now. So that's about it. Oh, and I also predicted that we'd meet Amira's father, Sutidamus-kun. I gotta rub that shit in. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you guys did enjoy, please leave a like, comment, and as always, I will see you guys in the next video. Deuces.